Hi guys, welcome back to Mary's Vegan Table. Today we're going to be making an appetizer, stuffed mushrooms. Really easy, really fast to make. So let's get this recipe started. So what I did here, I cleaned some large mushrooms. I just rinsed them underwater and got the dirt off of it. Taking the stems out, and I'm putting the stems on the side because we're going to be using that for the stuffing. Once all the stems are removed, finely chop them up. Way more than I did, please. I didn't chop them up as finely as I should have. Here we have onions, celery, garlic, black olives, and I'll chop mushroom stems. I actually forgot to chop up the peppers along with it, so I added the peppers later on, chopped green peppers. Here what I'm doing is I'm just coating the mushrooms with some olive oil and some salt, just to give the mushrooms themselves some flavor as they cook. Salt if you choose not to, that's totally fine too. Just massage the mushrooms with the olive oil, get it inside the mushroom as well. Once we're done doing that, we're going to place them aside and start on our stuffing. Here I'm adding about 2-3 tablespoons of olive oil. Adding all the chopped ingredients. I'm going to saute them in the olive oil on a low heat. Mix everything up. Now start adding your ingredients. I added about a teaspoon, maybe 2 teaspoons of red pepper flakes, which if you don't like that much heat, don't add any, or just a tiny bit. Italian seasoning, about 1.5 teaspoons. Now remember, this is all according to, taste buds, guys. You add as much or as little as you like. Here we have some garlic powder, which I'm adding about another 1.5 teaspoons, because this is a small mixture of stuffing, so I don't really need that much seasonings. Here I'm adding onion powder. That was about 1 tablespoon, I guess. And some black pepper, just a dash of it. Some nutritional yeast for that B12. And stir everything up, mix well. Next, I'm adding a little more than 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. To be honest, I was out of breadcrumbs, so what I did was I just stuck a slice of bread in the toaster and toasted it up and blended in my food processor, and voila, instant breadcrumbs. Mix everything well. Here I added the vegan chicken seasoning, the dry broth. I added it to about 1/2 cup of water. But I didn't use the whole thing. Just use as much as you think you may need. Some people like their stuffing a little drier. Some like it a little more moist. So that's up to your preference. How much of that liquid you want to pour into your stuffing mix. Now I'm going to grate in some vegan Parmesan cheese. That's the Violife Parmesan. It's very good. But they have a whole bunch of different Parmesans now on the market that you could get. Different price ranges. I happen to have the Violife on hand, so I used it. It's very good. So I just added some of that. You could add as much or as little of the Parmesan cheese as you like. And I still did not add any salt to the breadcrumbs yet. I'm gonna wait until the end because the broth and the cheese, the Parmesan cheese, already have salt in it. So it's best to wait to the end before you add any more salt. And here I'm taking the test taste, and it's gonna need a little more salt. So that was just enough salt. It's perfect for me. You guys, like I say, when it comes to salt and pepper, you guys, salt and pepper to taste. So our stuffing is just about done. We just need to add some mozzarella cheese to it. Make it a little more cheesy. This stuffing is so good. It's so cheesy. It's delicious. I can't wait for you guys to try it. Now we're gonna stuff our mushrooms. Get a small teaspoon. Put some stuffing in. Push it to the bottom. Make sure it's, pushed down to the bottom of the mushroom. And then place some more stuffing on top so you have a nice healthy stuffed mushroom. And just place it back into the baking sheet. And just continue to do the same with the rest until they're all stuffed. Now I'm going to use the remaining vegan chicken broth. I'm going to pour it in the pan with the mushrooms. Because the mushrooms are basically going to steam cook, and they're going to steam in the liquid. Just don't get it on your mushrooms. Get it on the bottom of the pan. Okay, now I'm going to cover it with foil, and I'm going to put it in a preheated oven of 150 degrees and let them cook for about 25 minutes. You'll be able to tell when the mushrooms are ready. They'll be a darker color. They'll look soft. Okay, so it's been about 25 minutes. The mushrooms are cooked through. And what I'm going to do is now I am going to put them underneath the broiler on high and just toast up the stuffing. You'll know when it's done because the stuffing it'll look toasted. You'll have those crispy bits on top. The cheese will get a little crispy too. So just leave that under your broiler on high and just check it every few minutes so it doesn't burn. And here they're ready to come out the oven. You can see how much darker the stuffing is from when it comes out underneath the broiler. And now I'm just going to add some dry parsley to it. You could add fresh if you have fresh. But these make a really nice appetizer. They're really good. And they're so quick to make. And I was really happy with the way these turned out. I never really make my mushrooms the same way twice. Sometimes I just do them a little differently. But they always usually come out good. And I hope you guys try this recipe and you enjoy it. And guys, leave me comments. Leave me questions in the comment box. I'm always open to answering your questions. There they are. Aren't they pretty? They taste so good. The extra sprinkle of the Parmesan on top really brings out the flavors more. And the mushroom is nice and tender. Cuts nice with the fork. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love and appreciate you all. Please like, share. Don't forget to subscribe.